Hello, welcome back guys to The Witcher 2. When last we left off we'd dealt with the trolls. We've been doing the side quests at the moment and we're just doing Baltimore's quest right now, which is a side quest which I missed earlier. Now somehow we need to get down here, I gather. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to do it yet, but I'm going to find a way. Just need to find my bearings. Now then, this is the way we went last time. And according to Baltimore's notes, it's down here. I got the key already. So I saved us a bit of time there. And we just need to... I think we head down here. That's right, we head down here. And then we take a right. Right, so let's go down here. I already did the arm wrestling one and the dice poker. I didn't think you'd be that interested in that, so I left it out.
Damn it.
Right. So I'm trying to... Hopefully I can turn here. Yes, I can. So, we go right according to his notes and we'll see what's down here. Oh, it's a wrecked ship. I already got the key at the Harpy place. It was dead easy to find. It was just, you took a left instead of going through the door at the Harpy place. Dead easy to find. And here's our chest. It's got the journal stuff. Mystic River. Find the treasure belief. Look, mini. Whatever that is. Let's have a look at this journal. Captain's journal from A.L.C to Supreme Council of Mages. The research and exploration conducted in Loch Moine has produced surprisingly good results. Our discoveries went well beyond simple valuables and historic items. Namely, we unearthed a relic that belonged to a member of the First Conclave. The fools accompanying me on this journey have no notion of the significance of this find. This item is simply too important to land in a dark storeroom of a faculty of history. As spiritual successor of the first mages, I hereby claim ownership of it in my own name as well as yours. The find is bound to cause a fuss, thus I request your support and the approval and the appropriate lobbying at Foltest's court. Interesting. Okay. So, let's check where we are now. We're right over here. Let's check the journal. Yes. Now we need to follow the second path. Right, so where the heck are we supposed to go now? There should be something around here. What's this? What's this? Ah, hidden door. Always pleased to use the old necklace. This looks like someone's workshop.
Witcher, wait!
What are you doing here?
I've been shadowing you since the first time you asked about Baltimore.
Don't you mean we?
Pay them no heed. They're my apprentices. I've an offer for you. Before you explore that chest, allow my apprentice to take Baltimore's notes. The rest is yours.
What's in those notes that you care about them so much? Why can't I see them?
Baltimore was quirky in his old days. The chest may contain documents disgracing people who hold important posts in Vergen. I can't allow anyone to read them, even if they're the creation of a sick mind. That's why, as I said, you let us search the chest before you do. We'll take the notes, you'll likely get a pouch full of oranges, as well as a discount in my rune shop for life.
And I have an offer for you. Get out of here, or I'll cut your head off.
I knew kindness would lead nowhere. Get him, lads!
Oh, goody. Been attacked. Your little henchman take care of, enough for you. Now let's see what he was trying to keep safe. Take a look at the notes, shall we? Thorak, if you're reading these words, it means you are finally my undoing. But know this, you son of a bitch, I will return the favour. Even if I have to transverse all 7 hells, I will return, living or undead, to torment you. You will suffer and you will weep, and there will be no mercy. Let fear now be your constant companion, for I will have my revenge. By my own hand, or that by another, Baltimore. So, seems like he bumped him off, which is not very nice to say the least. Looks like you got some nice awards. And a nice diagram for some armor. Good stuff. So, it seems like justice has prevailed. Just make sure there's nothing else in here. Nope, that seems to be everything. I'm not much mistaken. Let's head out. Right, so now we're going to head back to Cecil Bird and see what he has to say about the matter. So, here we are back at Cecil Burden's place. Let's see what he has to say.
Were you looking to get rid of the harpies?
Aye, the flying rot.
I've destroyed their nests. They won't be returning anytime soon.
That's what I want to hear. You deserve a reward.
Good stuff, and now the other one.
By the pricks of the male gods! Master Baltimore's notes! Where did you get them?
I discovered his vault near the troll's lair. By the way, Thorak, your new rune master, is dead. He and his 2 apprentices have left for a better world.
What? How did it happen?
Thorak murdered Baltimore. There's enough evidence in the notes I just gave you.
Thanks, Witcher. A reward for your labors. It's not much, but I'll be needing funds to appoint and equip a new rune master now.
Certainly will. So that's Baltimore's quest sorted. And I believe that's all of the side quests for now. I don't think, let's see. Yeah, it's pretty much all of them for now. Yep. I think, what should we do next, guys? Symbol of hatred. Wait for events to unfold. Interesting. Maybe that comes later. But anyway, let's go hand in this now that we've done everything else. So we just handed the quest in for got a new quest, Royal Blood now. Well, a new quest phase for these 2. So yeah, so that's all the side quests done, guys. Sorry about that. I totally missed them. I thought I'd have time later on, but I didn't.
I had a dream.
Apparently,
We
so
were mining up at the face of the divide.
so now we're gonna stop the peasants from lynching the prince somehow. Not sure quite how we're gonna do that, but. So yeah, that's all the side quests done. Like I said, I really don't like when RPGs kind of cut off your chance to do a quest, you know, just because you moved ahead in the plot line, but I kind of understand why they have to do that, but I wish they'd give you fair warning that they were going to advance the plot. So without further ado, let's see if we can find the prince.
Serfs and lords will never be on such
Ooh,
stages above
mind
their
if I do?
station.
Humans
Get
only
5
care
arms.
how their asses rise as their stations do.
Oh, here's all the peasantry.
Geralt! It's good to see you.
The commoners claim Stennis is involved in Saskia's poisoning. They're looking to slaughter him.
Nobody to keep things peaceful.
Scalen Burden and his dwarves are trying to contain the mob, but they're badly outnumbered.
The plebs will yell a lot, beat someone up, and go home. As peasants do.
That would be foolish. They're not serfs anymore. The days of them humbly sowing and reaping are gone.
Looks like things are getting nasty.
Hear me!
What do you want?
I'm Scalen Burden. I keep order in Vergen.
Are doing a nice job then? Where was you when they poisoned Saskia?
Give us the prince! Get the flails!
Stop!
Yorvith.
Squirrels! Everyone who wants to leave this yard in one piece, keep your hands off your weapons. I don't care if you're a serf or a lord. I'll kill you all if need be.
What's going on?
The servant carrying wine during the feast said that Prince Stennis and Olcan poisoned Saskia. We want justice!
You want revenge. It's not the same thing.
We don't care. Saskia's fallen as if dead, while the poisoning prince and noble lords rush to herd us onto the field and sell us to Henselt. We won't let them!
You lie, Colton. Nobody's being sold out. The poisoner must be caught and tried by law.
Your law? What then? He'll pay a fine and get spanked on his ass? We'll spank him all right, with an axe to the throat!
Where's this servant?
Safe. The Scoia'tael keep an eye on him.
Why is the prince hiding in his house if he's innocent?
Enough! I'll shoot the first to reach for a weapon. Then heads will start falling.
There's more of us. You can't kill every...
Then you'll be first. Now back off! We need to act quickly.
What's your plan?
I'll frighten them a little. Bleed them if need be. I'll buy you some time, but be swift. I can't hold them off for long. Question the peasants and the nobles, and talk to the dwarves. Maybe you can get to meet Stennis.
Even if he's guilty, I'm sure he's prepared a suitable story.
You'll know how to sort the sheep from the goats. Also, find the servant who started talking so suddenly. You won't have time to talk to everyone, though, that's for sure.
Humans only care how their asses rise as their stations do.
They're playing into Henselt's
Say,
hands.
Saskia, come over
They
here.
start at each other's throats. Save your hog-smelling woman.
Right, let's start talking to people, I guess.
This is nonsense. What would the prince gain with the virgin's
And you
death?
see what they did to
I
her?
can tell you what he lost with her life.
Interesting.
Power. As I see it, every princeling likes to scheme.
Guilt must be proven. Otherwise, it's
Say,
vigilante
why is he
justice.
come over here?
Like the stench in a dwarven hovel.
Those witches be craving gold. This one's sure to say the prince is innocent, then sting Stennis for a pouch.
He'd better search for a lad who served the Virgin instead of pissing around.
Yeah, once done with the prince, he'd better take care of the magnets, throwing their weight about too much they are.
You know Saskia's servant?
Willie of the Oblates. He handled the wine, indeed, but loves the Virgin like a sister and mother put together.
He'd gladly get quartered for her.
Where's this Willie of yours?
Hiding in his shack.
Afraid of them lords. Squirrels guard him.
The prince stood right next to Saskia during the council. Did he have access to the wine cellar beforehand?
How should I know?
Why flap your mouth then?
The prince is a wealthy lord. Bribing a skivvy to poison the wine is nothing to him.
Just because someone can afford gold teeth doesn't mean they'll pull their healthy ones. What's it really all about? Who's backing you?
We want justice.
We don't need no one backing us. We knows what to do.
How would you punish the prince?
If a lad counts hens wrong, he'll be flogged. What should we then do with a man poisoning others?
Kill him.
A land without a ruler is a nightmare.
We have a ruler, the Virgin of Eden.
It's not certain she'll live.
Then we'll choose another who'll manage. But he must be one of us lads. That way he'll understand us.
And all people is gonna be equal. Our way.
And the non-humans?
We have enough dung on the fields. Let non-humans find a non-human land.
Away with them!
Farewell.
Looks like we're done there.
Give us this horsepower!
Kind of pointless, really.
It's good to see someone's taking care of it.
If not for that damned Jorvith, the serfs would probably be hanging the prince by
Sorcerers are a plague of the worst kind.
Hey, let's talk to some more guys.
Eyes like embers.
I've been looking for you.
I don't know you.
You caused quite a commotion. Afraid of something?
No, nothing.
You're lying.
I didn't do nothing. Didn't say nothing, don't know nothing, and didn't see nothing.
I don't want to hurt you. I really don't. But I'll cut your arm off if I have to.
No, no, please.
So tell me what you saw.
I heard the priest talking with the prince. This goody-goody, said the Virgin, is really a beast under her fair skin.
What priest?
Alcan, the one killed.
So there's no way I can check if you're lying.
I swear on my mother's grave, I speak the truth.
What else did you hear? Tell me.
I was putting Saskia's room in order when the priest came to the prince's chamber next door. It wasn't speaking loud, but I heard the priest say, just clear the servants from the kitchen. Nothing more. Reverend Alcan, only he could tell you how it was, beginning to end.
The dead aren't very talkative.
What about what they leave behind? There may be clues or some such.
Maybe.
Hope you'll believe me anyway.
So, maybe you left a clue. Right, where do we go next, guys? Looks like we need to go up there somewhere. Find the priest's house. Apparently it's around there.
They say someone cast a spell.
Oh, okay. Oh, wait.
Try anything.
I think we need to go around here.
Sorcerers are a plague of the worst kind.
And back through here. Makes sense.
If not for that damned Jorvith, the serfs would probably be hanging.
As I see it.
Say she's dead. You're stupid. She just fell unconscious.
I don't think we can go through here, can we? Ah. The walls have ears, Cecil Bird. Ah, of course, Cecil, good old Cecil, will talk to him. See what he knows. Hello, Cecil.
They lie in wait for their lord and prince. Humans are an odd lot. I certainly hope Scalen can clean up this mess. What can I do for you, Witcher?
I need to know where Reverend Alcan used to live.
Simple. Let me show you on the map. It's about right here.
Right, that was simple enough. Thought we were gonna have a chat, but it's just like, no, go to point A to point A, point A to point B. Standard stuff.
it over. I'm on the way to the...
Navigating this town is fun, to say the least. So it seems to be near the trading district, which is down here. That's good, I can sell some junk. Let's trade. Let me give you my junk. Like all these lesser mutagens that are worth nothing. Just buy my lesser crap. Good stuff. And I'll sell some harpy stuff because for some reason Necker hearts as well. For some reason the game decided that harpy stuff is going to be really heavy. As well as cloth, get rid of all that. Yeah, that should, yeah. I got some space.
I got a serious career proposal yesterday. Hey!
So it looks like the dude's place is just here.
Strange aura.
Let's check out this strange aura. Many clues. Many clues. That's just some leather. So what's in the box? Money. Good. Aha, some notes. Some books.
Nothing interesting.
That's a shame. Don't mind if I do. Bit of cash. I think that's everything. Yep, seems to be. Wait for events to unfold, it says. Let's just check on these notes if we can. Go to inventory and all kinds of notes. So this looks like it's the cup and stuff. Looks a bit dodgy, doesn't it? So I presume we have enough evidence now to indicate that it wasn't Prince, at least. So let's go. Let's go make sure he doesn't get. Let's make sure he doesn't get hanged. Let's put it that way. Out of my way, little people.
Hang them all by the balls and let them swing. Tense, thick as corn stalks to the horizon.
Nobody will be swinging on my watch.
Who will the witness?
Go get the lads, we won't stand for this. Good. Bloody bastard poisoned the Virgin.
Can we have a word?
Why not? I'm Ogden, a founder. I cast mugs, plates, chalices. You need any, Witcher?
No thanks. The tableware in the council chamber is your handiwork?
It is. Made it back in Mayor Farragut's time. Since then, each and every goblet has hit the floor dozens of times, and what happened? Nothing, because they're steel. My goblets are indestructible, impervious to both the fury of sovereigns and servants who are all thumbs.
Saskia's chalice was new.
Aye, it was. Back in Mayor Farragut's day, I venture Saskia was no more than an itch in her dad's breeches.
Who ordered the goblet from you?
That goblet was a gift. A way for the folk of Vergen to pay tribute to Saskia. I got the honor of casting and presenting it to our lovely leader. The lass liked it so much, she's not used any other vessel since she received it.
Was the order for a normal goblet?
Not a chance. It was supposed to be a gift. I ornamented it richly, even on the inside. Not terribly practical, that, as it's hard to get clean. Some scum is bound to remain.
but I wanted it looking downright regal, worthy of our Saskia.
The other chalices were not ornamented on the inside?
Course not.
Any chance there could have been two identical goblets?
Why, there's no craftsman that comes close to me in Vergen.
Could someone have tried to copy your handiwork?
Ha! I know of one who's been trying for years, but he's a fumbler, a screw-up. He's not produced one decent vessel. They all look like the work of a drunken elf. Thorax, his name.
See you at the inn. We'll grab a beer.
Enough of this charade!
Try to be reasonable, folks. Sit down and talk in peace.
We've talked enough! Come on, lads, let's drag the prince from his hovel!
Vergen's not a cesspit for anyone to shit in. There are laws to abide, and Scalen Burden's job is to uphold them.
There's no law allowing a serf to threaten a king's scion. I, Silgrat, brother of Seltkirk, the greatest knight to walk Edirnian land, say so.
Does it matter who was born in a castle and who in a pigsty? Any fool can prejudge and condemn. It's easier to accuse than to prove guilt.
A peasant servant claims that Prince Stennis supposedly attempted to kill Saskia. Why would the prince do such a dastardly deed? Bear in mind how eminent is his lineage.
That's why. The mongrel covets the crown.
Do you even remember how valorous he was towards Saskia during the negotiations with Henselt?
Pretending to be with her he was, sly fox. Taking the simple peasants in. But us lads ain't so dumb as you lords think.
See for yourselves how the commoners hate the prince, spitting venom like adders. They hatched a plot to dispose of him.
Saskia's servant said that...
Where is this servant, might I ask? If he's got something to say, why does he hide like a thief? The answer is simple. He's a fraud.
He's hiding to save his skin from you, whoresons. Squirrels have to guard him.
One last question. How could the prince poison Saskia? It's a known fact that servants taste wine from the barrels before the virgin sips it.
No need to poison the wine. Smearing the poison inside the chalice would be enough.
I never heard of anyone poisoning a chalice.
You haven't heard much, then. One of the Emperor's forebears died after sampling some lamb. He was always scared of poison and ate supper with his cook. The murderer spread poison on one side of a knife. Then he cut the meat so that only a small piece was poisoned.
The witch is right. Give us Stennis.
Saskia's got her own chalice.
It was commissioned from one of the dwarves. The order came with a very detailed drawing.
Even so, how did it come into Saskia's hand?
A good point. We can't be sure if the prince poisoned the wine.
Stennis is blowing hot and cold. Everyone knows that.
You were supposed to prove his guilt, not insult him, yokel.
Tell us who else would do it. A peasant wanted to hurt the miss? Never. It's cause of her you noble dogs can't ignore us. A pig won't cut its own throat. A peasant's not foolish enough to raise his hand against his savior.
Perhaps it is no peasant's deed. However, that doesn't mean the prince is guilty, fool.
Answer me this. Was not Stennis' room next to Saskia's? Do not the wines come from his own lice-ridden cellar? Can he not enter the Virgin's kitchen at will? Yes. His serene dumbhead, the prince can, curses on his kin. Nobody in Vergen wants to kill Saskia. And even if they wanted, nobody but Stennis could do it.
You're wrong, Colton. Reverend Olkin wanted to get rid of Saskia. He thought she was a monster at heart.
Olkin was on Stennis' leash like a dog.
How dare you, lout! Do you imagine if someone sits next to a married lady, he's surely fucking her?
The priest tried to convince Prince Stennis to join the conspiracy.
Is Stennis some dimwit foundling that he dances to a lousy priest's tune? Olkan got what he deserved when Henselt cleaved his head. Now it's Stennis' time.
There is no proof the prince agreed.
The priest asked him for admittance to the kitchen.
So he didn't poison the Virgin himself, but allowed her to be poisoned.
Those are just words. Too much guesswork and not enough evidence. You can't convict anyone based on that.
Your Highness, this is dangerous.
I am not afraid. Fear is a commoner's trait, unfit for one with royal blood running in his veins. What do you want, to judge me? Is a prince a common thief who steals a dozen eggs at the market? You stand before royal majesty, and you raise your hands against it. In this world there are crimes that can be forgiven, and crimes that, by any means, cannot. Just as a mother killing her own child, or a man slitting his own brother's throat cannot be forgiven. A crime against one anointed by the gods themselves also cannot be condoned. He who raises hand against divine right is not worthy to walk this world.
And what about he who poisons the Virgin of Eden?
Firstly, Saskia is alive, so no one can blame me for her death. Secondly, you have no proof that it was I who tried to murder her. And thirdly, I assure all gathered here, I won't rise above the law. However, only she, the Virgin of Eden, can judge me.
Can it? And if Saskia won't get well, who's gonna judge you?
I believe she can be cured. But if the gods decide otherwise, we'll summon a coven of the wise who can pass just sentence.
Those are words worthy of a true sovereign.
I am the one you should look to for guidance. Let my deeds be the flame that lights up your darkness.
The prince is guilty. I don't know. There's not much evidence, so...
The prince has a right to a fair trial, no matter if he's guilty or not. We can't deny him that. What will the peasants do if we hand them the prince? Will they hear him out? No. They'll hang him from the nearest tree, or tear him limb from limb. What will happen if we allow a lynching? What if people see that might makes right? Who'll guarantee they won't desire to avenge their wrongs, real and imagined? Who'll protect people whose only fault is noble birth from the exasperated mob? And where will it lead?
The peasants are furious.
They didn't dare mount a frontal attack.
But they haven't forgotten about Stennis, and won't. It'll be that way until Saskia regains consciousness.
She won't keep order by strength alone.
Unless it's a great strength.
We need an authority figure. And royal blood.
5 courts go to waste in the Dwarven dungeon at the moment.
There's also Henselt.
Going into that haunted mist is madness. Stealing Stennis away would be easier.
No. Anything involving Stennis will cause a riot.
I've had enough of the peasants and nobles barking. Saskia's the best leader I know, but she can't hope to defeat Henselt's army with this rabble, which is why I'm going to get reinforcements.
Where?
4 Scoia'tael units await in hiding to the east. Time to summon them.
You'll make it in time?
I must.
Okay, so we need to get some blood now, but we're out of time. Thanks for joining me once again. Please rate and subscribe, and I'll see you next time, guys.